The energy inside the America's Got Talent studio is already electric, but when the doors at the back of the stage slide open, something unusual happens. A hush spreads across the room, curiosity replaces the loud chatter. A young Filipino teen, no older than 15 or 16, steps onto the stage with slow, careful steps. He isn't flashy. He isn't overly confident. In fact, he looks like he's still trying to understand how he ended up on one of the biggest stages in the world. But there is something about him, something quietly powerful. The judges lift their heads. Heidi gives a soft smile. Howie leans forward. Sophia's eyes widen with interest. And Simon Cowell, known for his sharp instincts and even sharper expressions, raises one eyebrow. He studies the teen closely, as if trying to predict what is about to happen. The boy's outfit is what catches everyone's attention next. It's not a full Elvis costume, but it's inspired, sleek white jacket, subtle rhinestones, and a vintage-style collar. It's respectful and simple, not exaggerated, almost as if he wanted to honor the legend without copying him completely. The audience murmurs. Some laugh softly. Others whisper things like, "Is he serious? Wait, is he going to sing Elvis?" The judges begin the standard introductions. Simon asks for his name. With a gentle voice trembling with nerves, he answers, "My name is Raphael, I'm from the Philippines." Simon nods. "And what brought you here today?" A short pause. Then Raphael takes a breath and replies, "Elvis Presley. His music, it changed something in me. I want to bring that feeling back." The audience cheers warmly, not huge applause, just supportive kindness. But the tension in the air is real. Elvis is not easy to touch, especially on a stage where legends come to compete. Raphael steps back to the microphone. His hands shake just slightly. He closes his eyes for a moment, centering himself. The lights above dim into a blue glow. A guitar riff, soft, classic, unmistakable, echoes through the studio. And suddenly the room is silent. Not a whisper, not a word. Every pair of eyes is glued to him. The moment he opens his mouth, everything changes. His voice pours out, deep, buttery, full of rich tones that should not belong to a teenager. It's not an imitation, it's a reincarnation of emotion. A soulful echo of young Elvis Presley. 1 second in, Simon's expression drops completely. His jaw loosens. His eyes widen. He leans forward with both elbows on the desk, stunned. Gasps ripple across the audience. A woman in the front row covers her mouth. Even the camera crew seems frozen. It feels like time has folded in half, and a young Elvis has stepped into 2025. Raphael grips the mic tighter, becoming braver with each note. And as he sings, you can literally feel the air vibrate with nostalgia, shock, and awe. The transformation begins the moment Raphael enters the second verse. What started as a nervous, shy performance suddenly erupts into something electric. The young Filipino teen who walked onto the AGT stage quietly is now moving with a confidence that feels unreal. His body loosens, his shoulders relax, and a spark lights up in his eyes. He steps forward, gripping the mic with a newfound boldness, as if the spirit of Elvis himself has stepped inside him. The hip sway comes first. Subtle, smooth, and perfectly timed. The audience reacts instantly, cheers bursting out from different corners of the room. People nudge each other, whispering, "Oh my God, he's actually doing it." Then the iconic footwork follows. Clean, precise, naturally rhythmic. Nothing exaggerated, nothing fake. Just pure, youthful energy combined with classic Elvis swagger. Sophia claps with excitement, leaning over the desk. Heidi covers her heart with both hands. Howie laughs in disbelief. But Simon, he doesn't move. He sits frozen, eyes locked on Raphael, studying every detail as though witnessing the impossible. Camera operators rush closer, capturing shots of the stunned audience rising to their feet. Teens, adults, even elderly fans stand up, their faces glowing with nostalgia and shock. One man near the back wipes a tear, mouthing, "I haven't heard that voice in decades." As the tempo picks up, Raphael hits the stage with full power. His voice is rich and controlled, bouncing with classic rock and roll flavor. He glides from one end of the stage to the other, interacting with the crowd like a seasoned performer. At one point, he does the famous Elvis lip curl, a tiny, playful smirk that sends the entire auditorium into a frenzy of applause. Simon finally breaks his stillness. He turns to Howie and mutters, "This is unreal, he's not copying Elvis, he's bringing him back." Howie nods, unable to take his eyes off the stage. The music builds to a stronger chorus. Raphael steps back, plants his feet, and belts out a powerful high note. It shakes the walls. The audience erupts like a stadium, shouting, whistling, screaming his name, cheering with a force usually reserved for grand finales. Lights flash across the theater. The judges stand. The cheers get louder. The camera cuts to Simon, jaws slightly open, eyes shining with disbelief. This is not a tribute. This is not an impression. This is a revival. The teen who walked in shy is now owning the entire AGT stage like a superstar. Each movement, each note, each expression feels authentic, passionate, and breathtakingly alive. By the time the music heads toward its final chorus, one thing is clear. Raphael is not just performing Elvis. He is reawakening the legend, right there, in front of millions. The final note of Raphael's performance echoes through the auditorium like a wave of golden energy. For a split second, there is complete silence, no claps, no whispers, no movement. It's the kind of silence that happens only when something unbelievable has just taken place. Raphael stands frozen on stage, chest rising and falling, eyes glistening with emotion. He can't tell if the audience loved it or hated it. All he knows is that he gave everything he had. Then the room explodes. Thousands of hands rise into the air. The entire audience jumps to their feet in a thunderous standing ovation. People shout, scream, whistle, and cheer as if witnessing a historic moment. Some wave their hands wildly, others just stand frozen, stunned with joy. Several older fans in the crowd look emotional, wiping tears, shaking their heads, saying, "Elvis, he's back." Raphael covers his face for a moment, unable to hold back his emotions. The cheering keeps growing louder, bouncing off the walls like a roaring wave. At the judges' table, Heidi stands up instantly, clapping above her head. Sophia fans her face dramatically, saying, "Oh my God." Howie laughs, shaking his head as if he still can't understand what just happened. But the moment everyone is waiting for is Simon. He doesn't clap at first. He doesn't smile. He simply stands up, slow, steady, intense. He pushes his chair back with both hands and steps forward, eyes locked on Raphael. The silence returns, not in the room, but in Raphael's heart. He gulps, terrified, unsure if Simon hates it or loves it. Then, Simon does something he rarely does. He starts a slow clap. 1, 2, 3. The crowd joins in immediately, turning the slow clap into a massive rhythm of appreciation. Raphael's eyes widen. Simon shakes his head in disbelief and finally cracks a smile, the kind of smile he only gives when he's seen true magic. He lifts the mic and says, "I have judged this show for many, many years, and I have never seen anyone revive a legend the way you just did. That wasn't an audition. That was a resurrection. You brought back a voice we thought we had lost forever." The crowd erupts again. Raphael's lips tremble. Tears fall. He looks like he might collapse from the overwhelming emotion. Sophia leans in and shouts, "Hit the buzzer." The audience chants in perfect rhythm. "Golden buzzer. Golden buzzer. Golden buzzer." Simon looks at the other judges, then looks back at Raphael with a soft, proud expression. The golden moment is on the edge of happening. The stage lights glow brighter. Everyone holds their breath, and the scene ends with the world waiting for Simon's hand to rise.